Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone. Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we had managed to collect a bunch of Nurbig legs for Hannah the Young here, so that she will no longer hear them calling her name in her dreams, trying to lure her back into the Red Swamp. Well, what we are going to do now, we have got a bunch of quest over here to take care of spiders out in the Amon Ross. I'm going to pull that up right quick. The Amon Ross should be right over here in this area, just off to the west of Ost Guruth here. And that's where we are going to be heading down to. I'm going to load up on my pony. Use F10, Alt F10 to cut on my personal torch, and we are going to head off to the west, seeing if we can go on a spider hunt. I'm going to go out bug squishing. Alright. Was expecting a crunch right then. That might be a little bit higher than I was thinking. Okay, so once again, the Amon Ross should be right over here in this area. I think most of what we're going to be looking for is going to be on this plateau, on and around this plateau here, I believe. There's a ruined web hunter. Let's see, what was I going to pull up? I wanted to pull up the adventure log, actually. We're in the Lone Lands. We need to add a couple more. Let's see, we got a plague of spiders. We want to add this one to it. Elders in the shadows. Venom of the rune stalkers. There. Oops, reavers beneath the ruins as well, and lost in the webs. I think those are actually over at Menace, aren't they? Yes. So these are the ones here in the Ost Guruth area. Okay, let's see about dismounting. What we're going to do as we usually do, get our speed on, get our cloak on, and see if we can't distract them, get close enough to attack. There we go, sneak attack. See if we can't take this one out. Might. Spider Slayer, but not close enough to wherever it is. Oh, there we go, Amon Ross. This is the Amon Ross area. Wonderful. And we've got to kill 10 of these. We're also getting the poison sacks from the ruin stalkers. I think that's the problem I've been having with the sneak attacks before. It's the fact that after I attack them, I have to step up again. I haven't really been used to the fact that I haven't been close enough. Okay. It looks like not only do any of these count, but all of them also count for taking out the poison sacks as well. Just distract it. We're going to do our best if we can to finish off all of these. All 4 of these quests while we're out here. There's little reason not to. Raven didn't seem to drop a poison sack. going to. Yes. Alright, we're having wonderful luck here. I'm used to the fact that most places you have to actually have, you know, Amon Ross or whatever territory it is you're hunting in down here for the stuff to count. Apparently this entire region qualifies. I wonder if any closer to Ost Guruth actually up there would. We are poisoned. Didn't get poison sac off of him, but he certainly was able to use it to distract us, wasn't he? Okay, this is what we're going to continue doing, just rinse and repeat while we continue taking out the spiders here. And then we will check and see if we can't find some of the elders, which are going to be up in this area. That's where I was thinking we were going to have to head to start with. It's the one with the spinner, the trapper, the weaver, and that should be where we had to find the actual egg sacs as well. Yep, here's an egg sac right here. We're actually in Amon Ross now. Very good. They burn nicely. So one thing that science can say, you know, I've always heard over and over again how spider silk is stronger than steel, but steel don't burn, at least not that easily. Got someone else out here doing the same quests. So he's kind of keeping us from having to worry too much about the spiders in the area. Saw him shooting his bow and clearing out the paths a little bit. Let's finish collecting all these egg sacs on this area while we can. Does not look like they regen for me personally, so I'm probably going to have to cross the bridge and basically follow right on along in his footsteps. Web hunters, ambushers, don't see any of the named ones yet. Ooh, that's a one-way trip. Good thing I started on that side. Alright, let's see if we can find another egg sac. There we go. Only 7 more to go. More over here? Yes. Several, in fact. We are just about to complete the egg sac part of it. 2 more and we will have that requirement down. And at least, if not ended, at least the horrible menace of the spiders will be decreased. take them maybe a little while to get the next generation going. In lore terms, anyway. If not actual game terms. It's interesting, that stack of wood it looks like there. I wonder what quest that's for. I wonder if that's a stack of wood, or maybe art, or books, or what exactly that is. It's just a little too well placed there to be nothing. It obviously has a use in some quest. I'm sure at some point here, if we continue doing quests in the Ost Guruth area, we will come across it. Looks like we have ran out of the spider regions. Almost back over here to where the half-orcs are. Well, let's travel back this way. I think down and under that bridge, I know there was a number of egg sacs down there. I can see one up top there as well. Actually, I'm thinking up top might be the way to go, because that might be where I will run into looks like the three named ones, the spinner, the trapper, and the weaver. Once again, forgetting to move up. Okay, we've completed our quota of spider killings. We need to find one more. Well, a number of poison sacs, so why don't we go ahead and take out this one. We've got to kill a few more spiders. I remember doing this in the past and it taking an awful lot of spiders to get all those poison sacs. As we've talked about before, back then the drop rate was maybe 1 in 4 or 1 in 5, so of course the experience that you required to level was a lot higher then as well. So you didn't really mind too terribly much killing that many spiders, because it did help you boost on up to the next level. Alright, there's another egg sac over here. There's the weaver. Why don't we go ahead and take that one out. Big old spider. Uh-oh, an ambusher on us too. Let's go ahead and see if we can take that one down. It's the mischievous. There we go. Use our burglar heal. I remember to actually use mischievous glee this time. Good. Reveal weakness actually works while you're in combat too, doesn't it? Oh crap, another one. Well, at least we're getting the poison sacs, but good grief. Yeah, that's the problem with getting up into these areas, following along behind someone. You do have the danger that you could unfortunately find yourself surrounded whenever things start to repop. Alright, we've done profound losses, we've done plague of spiders, we need one more poison sac, and 2 more named ones. The spinner and the trapper. Let's see if we can't find them while we wander around and heal up here. There's a hunter. And a cocoon. A cocoon, as we've said before. Remember the old forest spiders that we had to hunt? Boy, that feels like an age ago. Cocoons are kind of the spider area equivalent of chests or backpacks or that kind of thing. Hey, you can open them up and get the stuff out of them. Very cool. Alright. We have got all the poison sacks. Now if we can just find the spinner and the trapper, we will be good to go. We're looking for the big ones. They're not going to look like the regular little spiders here. They'll look like that other one. I bet that probably one right... Ooh, a ruined web mother. Looks nasty, but it's white, so it's on level with us. It's not even as hard as the little yellow regular old ruin web there. Unless it has some abilities that we're not aware of. Okay, spinner and the trapper. Oh, come on. Travel all this way up here and there's nothing waiting for me? This must be the home of the mother. Which once again, I'd be willing to predict that the mother perhaps will be the target of a future quest, perhaps. Maybe coming along here. If I were designing this quest series and familiar with the way the quests go, like I usually am, but it's like, now that you've destroyed the eggs, we must take out the mother so that she cannot lay anymore. I'd just be willing to bet you. Okay. The ambusher. Bet there's something up that way. Let's see what might be hiding out in these ruins. Be willing to bet there's one up in that, and maybe one right up here in the ruins of Amon Ros. Nope, just another ruin web. That's disappointing. Let's see if we can get past him without getting seen. Open up this cocoon. There's a trapper, there's a hunter, an ambusher. Alright folks, I'm going to continue looking around. I'm going to go up that passage we saw over there, up that valley, and see if something might be up there. And we'll catch back up with you here. I do wonder if perhaps the guy that was in front of me managed to kill them, and that they perhaps are still on a timer. So I'm going to keep wandering this area, go look under the bridge as well, and when I find one of them, I will let you know where I found it at. Alright, as you see there, we have found the trapper. No wonder we couldn't find it. It's an ambusher type. It was invisible, but we got close enough. We saw it. It did not see us, thankfully. We were in stealth mode. So let's see if we can distract it and turn the tables, give it a taste of its own medicine here. Be prepared with mischievous glee. mischievous glee just in case some stuff spawns around us here. Alright, there's the trapper. We only have to find one more now, and that is the spinner. See, that ruin web right there wasn't there before. Okay. I'm gonna head up this way now. Let's see what I can find up on top of this hill. Found the spinner. Finally appeared. I think the problem has just been people killing them. There's an unusual number of people up here today. So 5 people out here hunting spiders. So I think folks have just kind of been killing them faster than we could find them. And the spinner is down. The spinner is down. Alright. So it's back to Ost Guruth. Let's turn in these quests. Let's get our loot out of the magic loot bag. And see how far along that's going to take us. We've traveled quite a far here. As you've noticed, we were down here. Our experience bar was kind of in the middle behind these numbers. We've gotten a good long bit of XP piled up here just because of killing these things and the whole fact of the blue resting experience. So we're gonna make our way on through. I said, you see we got Mungoof, we got Shantara. There was a elven or a human elven hunter or something like that a while ago. There was that the lore master you saw casting whatever weird spell the lord masters casts. So it has been a busy day hunting spiders. I'm gonna see if I can get back in this way rather than go around the front. Are we going to be able to just come around the side, and maybe there'll be an opening in the wall over here on this side, which if the Glane here don't repair their broken walls, they really don't have a whole lot of ground to complain about spiders coming in and killing people, do they? I've never been up this way before.
Greetings,
These
friend.
farm fields, I think so. This must be where they do their farming. Indeedly. It's a farmer right here. What have we got? Cool. So we do. We have a shop right here that we can sell stuff. Okay. Let's loot these. We got enough room to get these. What about the flawed goose? Yeah. Let's see how much of this stuff we can sell to him right quick. Broken wood spears. I really got to go through and do some hardcore inventory management. Carapaces, filth, and flawed goose. Very good. We are almost up to 2 gold now. Whoops. Now, let's get back around here and see if we can find the folks that gave us the spider quests in the first place. We're looking for Tortwill, Stanek. I believe they're around here to the left. They are indeed. So let's go ahead and read the flavor text. All that you have done for the Eglain proves your honor. I shall not doubt your intentions again, but I ask a favor of you. I'm sure you've seen the variety of spiders throughout the lone lands. You may not know of the elders that lead this vile brood. It is they who are to be feared the most. I ask now that you go to Amenros and slay the elders. They have lived far too long, preying upon the helpless, and must be destroyed. That would be the Weaver, the Trapper, and the Spinner. So that's going to be Tortwill. Let's finish Elders in the Shadows. This news will ease the suffering of many, though it seems a task without thought. We are not a people accustomed to venturing against such foes. You are a hero to the Eglain and deserve all you shall receive in return. Let's see what we got here. Those boots aren't bad. That's something we could sell. The armor is not good enough for our runestone. No. Helm. 349 to... Those boots are actually an improvement. Not a big improvement, but still an improvement. So we'll go ahead and finish now and take those off. Alright. Stanric. Venom of the Rune Stalkers. Always we struggle to survive, and we have done well in all the years I have dwelled at Ost Guruth, but this is something the like of which I've not seen before. With the elders working to defend against the evils in Agamar, it falls to the rest of us to see to the other defenses. This, my friend, is where I come to you. Our numbers are few, and those capable of wielding a weapon are best kept close to Ost Guruth. You, however, are able to walk freely through the land and assist us in ways in which we cannot help ourselves. In the west, beneath the shadow of Amenros, lies a great nest of venomous spiders among the ruins. Some are more potent than others. Now we have ways passed down through the ages of distilling the venom of the lesser spiders and making a medicine which helps to cure poison. If the venom is too potent, it cannot be distilled. I need you to collect the poison sacks from the rune web hunters and ambushers and bring them to me.
Stay a moment.
And there's the 8 poison sacks, cut from a fallen spider. You have done well, my friend. This will aid us in preventing the deaths of many should we find ourselves beset by spiders. Oops, there's a quest. You likely know by now that there are orcs in the south holding vigil on the ruins where once men stood proud and foolish. Now disease threatens to spread from Ost Guruth. The orcs have no concern for what they breed in their filth. Meat is left to rot and spoil, and the innards of the fetid dead bloat and give birth to all manner of disease and corruption. We must seek to curb the plague before it spreads, and so I turn once again to you. There is only one way to destroy the plague-bearing filth left by the orcs: fire. Take this tinder and flint and make your way to Ost Guruth in the south, where the orcs dwell. Set fire to the bloated corpses and barrels of filth therein. So we have to burn a barrel of rotting flesh, lovely, and burn bloated corpses. How sweet. Alright. We've got 2 more to turn into Tortwill here. A plague of spiders. No doubt you've seen spindly crawlers weaving their webs and trapping their prey, which happens to be anything that has life within its veins. Crawling monstrosities is what they are.
Need?
Nothing good comes from them, and I've seen too many fall prey to their hidden nests. These foul vermin do not deserve the life they take so freely. Bring my vengeance upon them. So let's tell him we've paid them back for his wife and child dying. I have not been wholly forthcoming with you, Gnarlo, but I was afraid you might not be as honorable as rumor tells. But I shall now tell you my tale, so you may understand my hatred. I was at Nerost when the goblins came. My son and I fled as the wargs and goblins poured into the ruins, slaughtering all who could not escape them. My son stumbled at the edge of a ruin and slipped in the chasm below. I struggled to reach him, but there was no hope. The spiders were upon him nearly as soon as he touched their webs. They took my son from me as they took his mother many years back. My heart is heavy with shame for not telling you the truth. Okay, we got leggings we can't wear. We've got a cap that's not any good to us. And we've got a helm that's not... Medium armor, agility and fate. That has agility and vitality. Let's see which one we're going to sell then. 290, 264, and 386. There we go. Always sell the heavy stuff. And finally, profound losses. By my word, know that my wife and son fell to the brood to the west, but they are not the only ones to fall to the spiders in that vale. The Eglain have lost so many through the years. Other families have lost siblings and loved ones to the spiders, and more recently to the warg stalking the wild. I have a request for you which may prove fruitless, yet I hope it shall yield solace for many. In Amon Ros, where the spiders dwell, you likely saw many sacks of eggs. These eggs will bring more evil into the world, and the grief will continue. Will you go and destroy the eggs before they hatch? The spiders' numbers grow each day, while the good folk of Ost Guruth dwindle. Let's see if he sends us on a quest to destroy the mother. Your efforts to curb the spread of the spiders may bring at least some respite from our grief. You have my thanks, Gnarlo. Alright, he did not. I am amazed. Alright, so that's where we're going to leave it for this time around. When we come back, we are going to be going out down to Ost Guruth, I think they said it was. The Orc Fortress. And we are going to busy ourselves with burning bloated corpses and barrels of rotting flesh. When I left the shop...